Hey, how you doing? Of course, I'm talking to you. You that just picked up Chipp and you have no idea what to do with him. You just do people and do some crazy stuff, crazy flips going up and down here and there. But guess what? I'm here and I'm here to help. Don't worry. I got you, fam.
I got you, homie.
I'm going to be starting a starter guide on Chipp. So be ready to get your mind blown away with all of the excessive information that you're about to receive, all right?
Okay.
So first off, let's get one thing straight. You can pick the character. Look, Chipp, extremely cool. But the one thing that you got to keep in mind, you're not allowed to pick color 10. There's any other color in the entire roster. Look at right there. 11. Original if you want to. You can get, look, this is nice. He's how do you call it? He's a brunette right here. You know what I mean? Red. Dude, there's a plethora of colors that you can pick. But please, do yourself and myself a favor and don't pick color 10. So one of the things that you got to keep in mind with Chipp is a super high-speed character, rushdown, high mix-up, high risk, high reward. And what I say by that is that he takes a lot of risks. If he gets the momentum going, usually he will essentially just take over the pace of the entire match, and that's what usually causes him the victory. One of the problems that he has is that his HP is literally, and I'm not kidding, the lowest in the game, which is kind of suck. They did my ninja a little dirty, but it's all good. He got things to compensate for that though. He's got the fastest dash in the game. Like my man, he literally runs. Look at that. He has a normal air dash like everybody else, really. He has 3 jumps though. Any other character has this, right? Double jump. He has 1, 2, 3. So that's good. That can help you get into places when some other characters couldn't otherwise. Hell, Nagoriyuki doesn't even have another air dash. Now, his damage is among the lowest in the game, but it's okay. It's okay, because he's going to open people up a lot, and that's what he needs. Let's talk about the tools that he has, right? Essentially, in neutral, you're going to just rely on your speed and movement, right? And you got to be very patient when playing Chipp. He has this star projectile, but honestly, it's not that good. Where you could just do a normal and you could just poof, kick it away, and that's pretty badly. That's pretty bad. People that has a lot of zoning, Layer for instance, and Axel, characters that have long range normals are gonna be very difficult to get in, like Ramnathal as well. So this is where you would be using this. Now, if you press 2K, which is the kick, he has like a drill downward kick like this. See how he goes down, right? And this is multi-hit. And it's very hard to punish. Usually the way that they would punish this is by spacing it correctly and just punish you on the landing because of the landing recovery. So if people just move out of the way in time, they can punish you. So you cannot really abuse this as much. But it's pretty good because it's very fast. So you can even do this. And that's going to be very hard to punish. When you go as far as doing the strings with him, whenever you do a string with Chipp, this is Gatling, which is 5S. It links with H, right? So you can do either that, or if you do 2K into 2D, which is Dust. This is Dust, which is also a sweep. So you can do this, right? Either the Rekka, right? And that's kind of not in the mix-up. Remember, when you do this Rekka, the third hit, which is the kick, you can also do it as a second and just do this. And if you do it alone and your opponent blocks it, you're going to get punished. What you can do to sort of mitigate that, even though they can also punish you on the startup. So if I do this, right? See, they can punish you if you do the second one. So you got to try to handle it a little more. You can frame trap people. So I'm going to have him to counter poke again. See, and they get countered by that. Also, what you can do, if you make sure you kind of got the mind game going in, what you're going to be able to do is, even if they block the kick like this, if you RC, then you have a mix-up if you have the bar suspended. So you do this. So you can go low or high. Now, if you press 6K, do you guys remember in Dragon Ball with 6M was an overhead? Dude, this move is identical to that. Now, what you can do to that, you know that there's a slow Roman cancel and a fast Roman cancel. Now, you can also buffer this. You can do that, right? There you go. And that's a high mix. And that's extremely hard to be ready for. And that's another crazy mix-up that he has. Now, when we're in the corner, one of the mix-ups, like if you end your string of a combo against your opponent with a dust, like this one, this is like the biggest, hardest knockdown that you get in the game. So once you do that, hold on, you can do that, or hold on.
Later.
There's a lot of mix-up potential in the corner. Yes, there's absolutely 1,000 of options that you can do in the corner with him, right? Also, one of the things that you can mix up, like if you're in the corner, right? If you go here, you can just mark it with this, and then just use that. So usually there's a gap on each and every of these strings, right? So if I were to put the opponent to, you see, if he jabs, so basically what I'm going to do Alpha Blade on each situation when I'm doing a string. So I'm going to do 2D into Alpha Blade, and you'll see that there's a gap in between in which they can counter poke, right? See? That was this Alpha Blade right here. And then I'm going to do upward Alpha Blade, and they can still counter poke. So this is when you mix up. So if you're here, right? And you do that one, right? So if I delay it enough, I can frame trap people. See? And even if they try to counter poke me like that, they're gonna get hit because I'm making a gap big enough for them to be able to throw a button, but not big enough for them to hit me. So yeah, that's why it's good. So that's why when you go here, you go and then you go here. You can do that, and then you mix it up with the command grab. You know what I'm saying? All right, so now you kind of know how to do a little bit of movement with Chipp, right? How to move up and down. Because one of the things that you would always want to take advantage is his movement options. And once you're in, you want to try your best to make him keep yourself as close as possible from your opponent and just overwhelm you with the pressure and just the mix-up. Because once you get away, it's going to be a little harder for you to win neutral back in, just because of the nature of how the character works. So try to play around and try to play safe, because if you have a character like Leo, any combo that he would do, it would be more than 50% off of my health pretty easily. So you don't want that. All right, guys. So these are the setups and mix-ups and movement abilities for Chipp as of right now. Next video, we're going to be talking about some combo conversions depending on each and every single situation. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure you hit the like, subscribe to the channel for a lot more videos just like these. Tutorial, editorial, or tutorial, I don't know what that is, but whatever. I appreciate it. Hit the bell notification, you're notified when I go live. I also stream right here on YouTube, so stick to that. And that is it, guys. Thank you so very much. This is Rokushen, and I'll catch you all next time.
That's all.